Furahia maisha bora, linda jamii yako, linda biashara yako. Chukua bima leo, tuna bima ya maisha.
My name is Thomas Oduor. I work with the Insurance Regulatory Authority. I'm currently in intermediaries supervision. I'm the assistant manager. Working in intermediaries is quite onerous because we are dealing with 13,000 to 15,000 insurance agents. We are handling over 250 insurance brokers. We also have reinsurance brokers, we have medical insurance providers, bank assurance intermediaries, and other service providers, where we have 6 categories like loss assessors, loss adjusters, insurance surveyors, claim settling agents, and many more. So apart from receiving calls, addressing the emails that come in, holding meetings, and also doing the usual work of analysis and issuing of the licenses, it's a very hectic time. Insurance is a business of promise. One side promises the other side that I will do this if such a thing happens. That's a misfortune. So the insurance company here asks the policyholder to give money so that in case of a misfortune, the insurance company will pay. But then things don't seem to work automatically the way we believe. In a number of times you find some of the people promising not delivering the promise. So in this case, the government saw the need to bring about regulation, and that is when we initiated the process of coming up with the Insurance Act between 1974 and the year 1978, when we came up with the Act and established the Department of Insurance, or the Department of Insurance within the Ministry of Finance. The need is to ensure that the promises that are made by those who are selling insurance are kept. Basically, we use the Insurance Act, which is a detailed document. Also, we have regulations which we develop together with the Ministry of Finance. Also, we have circulars which we issue on a regular basis, and also we have returns which are to be made by the regulated entities. We communicate mostly with our regulated entities through the electronic regulatory system, an elaborate system that was developed by the authority, which minimizes personal communication between us and our regulated entities. So upon submission of returns, we analyze them and give the way forward to the regulated entities. There are many scenarios under which a company can be put under statutory management. First of all, we conduct regular inspections. We also conduct focused inspection in case we feel that there is something untoward. And we also analyze returns and get the position of the regulated entities. So if we find that a company is not operating its business as enshrined in the Insurance Act, we can ask the court of law to place that company under statutory management. At the same time, a policyholder can petition the authority to place a company under statutory management Well, as you may know, companies are born at the register of companies and they die there. So once we place a company under statutory management, we do it for 12 months, upon which the statutory management can give us a report on the status. If the company can be revived, a number of them have been revived based on such a report, and if the company cannot be revived, then the company is liquidated. This is the area that we call policy administration. The policy administration takes off the moment the underwriting process is done and a policy is issued. Especially for a life policy, it may take so long for this policy, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or even a whole life policy, which depends on the life of the policyholder. Within this long period of time, so many things can happen. Number one, the policyholder may be dissatisfied with the policy. The policyholder may lose the income they have and may not be in a position to continue with the policy. So in such a case, the policyholder may decide to surrender that policy. By surrendering the policy, it means that you no longer want the policy, you stop paying the premiums, and you want a refund of the premiums that you have paid so far. So you write to the insurance company, or you go and fill a form, surrender form, and say, I want to surrender this policy. Dark side of it is that surrender values are usually very, very low. Although it's provided for under the Insurance Act as to how it should be calculated, but the amounts are very low simply because you are charged a penalty for breaching the contract that you had with the insurance company. And number two is that we are working from your premium paid only. We are taking a proportion of the premium you are paid and giving back to you. That is the surrender. The term paid up means you are using the premium that you have so far paid up and prorating that premium over the entire period of the policy, meaning that the sum assured will now go down in proportion to the premium that you are paying. That is a better option than surrender. The last option is to wait for the policy to mature. And in paid up, just to clarify, surrender you get immediately. You surrender the policy. But for paid up, you have to wait for the policy term to end. That is when you will be given the reduced sum assured and the bonuses. What I would like to give to express, given the duration I've been in regulation, is that we need to enhance our law, especially the Insurance Act, and also come up with regulation whenever we feel that certain areas are not being properly addressed by the players in the industry. And we also need cooperation between the regulator and the regulated entities, which can provide a very good environment for future growth of the insurance industry in Kenya and in Africa.